Welcome back, everyone. It's time to take on the Star Cup. We will be racing with Bowser, who is apparently the fastest character, but he has very poor acceleration and his handling is kind of shonky. There are some pretty good tracks here if you're taking some shortcuts. A bit difficult, but if you pull them off, you're sitting pretty. Important to get off to a good start, because if you don't, Bowser is going to be lagging behind and the track will be very, very difficult. If you get yourself lined up properly, you have a bonanza of coins. If you take that tight turn in between some patches of ice, you'll get some items. But missing will cause you to slow down. And we somehow didn't sink. Bowser's handling is fine for very small movements. I'm not going to give you a demonstration of exactly how bad it is, but you really can't do very much with it. So we've got a nice scenic cruise at the moment. This is a fairly easy track that can be navigated quite well if you know what you're doing. There are a few extra areas you can take to grab some coins and get a bit of a boost, but it will set you back. It is a little troublesome. We'll cruise our way along, try to get some more of those coins. Can I line myself up properly? No, I cannot. If you get the line up just right, you can get plenty of coins, close to 40. Unfortunately, if you don't, you're not going to do very well. And because Bowser's handling is a bit finicky, unfortunately you don't really have much wriggle room. It is a bit easier with the lightweights though. Nonetheless, we have wrapped things up pretty easily for this track. Fairly consistent lap times. Onto Ribbon Road. Ribbon Road was heavily redesigned in Mario Kart 8. I almost don't recognise it. If you get your handling just right, you can hit the boost that's coming up over here, which unfortunately I missed. We'll have to aim for it on the second lap. But it will allow you to skip this section of the track. It's a very, very good shortcut, but rubber banding does mean the AI will probably catch up with you. And they're very quick about it too. You can pull that off on a 5-lap race, and the AI will still be no more than 15 seconds behind you. Gah! Of course, it doesn't help if you do this. It is one thing you have to watch out for, bouncing outside the track. But we'll grab plenty of coins. We will hold a pretty good lead, I'd say. Can I get it? That time was pretty good, if I do say so myself. That's a rarity. If you take that shortcut, you can get a pretty good score for this. Because of course it's going to cut down on your time considerably. And there we go! As I was saying earlier, I mean, just look at that last lap. That was really good. That was actually pretty decent for me. I don't really like the redesign that much. It looks nice, but it's almost a bit too gaudy and showy. I think that's one of the problems I find with Mario Kart 8. It kind of overdoes things. I mean, this is already pretty showy as is, but it's just the background. The track is fairly simple. I got to admit, it does look nice, very bright and colourful, and the redone Ribbon Road certainly adds that, but I don't know, I'm just not that big on Mario Kart 8 for some reason. And here we are at Yoshi Desert. Unlike Cheeseland, you can't drive on the pale bits at the edge. You will have to stick to this colour section. Otherwise, it will count as you going off-road and you'll slow down a lot, especially if you're Bowser. Can I hit some coins there? That's good. Don't want to swing out too wide because the AI rubber bands, I think Peach got eaten. Make sure you're drifting well, line up for coins, and watch out for the piranha plant pits. Now we can use a mushroom to take a shortcut, but I'm not going to risk that. I think I'd rather take DK down. Ugh. That was my own fault. I really shouldn't have done that because mushrooms will screw up Bowser's handling. Not that he has any to begin with. How did I not grab any coins then? Really? Alright, come on, Bowser. I'm the one who put you into this situation. I'm the one who'll get you out of it. We do have a mushroom. Steady ourselves. Blast across here to try and catch up. Ah, missed those items. That's bad. Come on. Alright, hit that. And wind up jumping. Take that, Donkey Kong. Right, having bullied DK off the road, we just need to not screw up. Bit of a shoddy one, but we have held our lead fairly well once we reclaimed it. If you do get a mushroom and you've got time, you can cut across the lake by making a sharp turn, but you do risk running into a piranha plant pit. I'll show you where we get to just as we cruise along. So you can see the smaller lake there. It's just a bit further along as we cruise past some very nice backgrounds with the Yoshi Sphinx. And as we're coming up to that turn, just over there. So, home turf advantage. Can we make the most of it on Bowser Castle 3? Fairly sharp turns, which admittedly do not help us that much. It's also very easy to get stuck on thwomps if you're an iffy driver like I am. Or swing out too wide because Bowser's handling is awful. One mistake and Bowser is in a lot of trouble. And Yoshi just got thrown under a thwomp. Cold, Mario, cold! Mind you, we should be used to Mario sacrificing Yoshi for some sort of meager advantage. Alright, triple red shells. We can take advantage of that, get past Mario. Start hunting down Peach. And bounce off walls. Oh, I had to hit the brakes because that was going really badly. Hitting the brakes does decrease your score, as does letting go of the accelerator, which can be very difficult on tracks where you really have no margin for error. Fortunately, I don't think bouncing off the walls does. Oh, what? Oh no! Hold it off! Whoa, that's one advantage. If you do get chased by a blue shell, at least in this game, you can hold it off if you're quick enough. I don't know how I did that, but it worked, and we are going to gun for victory. This one should be a bit smoother. We have a little bit of a lead. That turn actually helped us. Looks like we took care of Peach. And there we go, we've wrapped up the Star Cup. Bowser has actually performed pretty well there. My poor driving notwithstanding. Now I know I say that there's kind of shonky handling in there. That is true, but it is worth noting I'm still pretty terrible at this. So I will do my utmost to make sure I take responsibility for my failings. And somehow that got us a 3-star. I can try on all the other tracks, and I still don't get anywhere. Maybe it's because I was driving as Bowser. But anyway, we have wrapped up the Star Cup. We'll be finishing off the regular cups in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you out on the track for more Mario Kart Super Circuit.